guys! I'm starting a new series on my channel where I react to my old videos and then I will film my practice throughout the week of me improving on the etude. I'll choose 3 to 5 points that I think I can improve on from the last time I recorded it, and then film my practice sessions 30 minutes a day for a week, and then on the 7th day you'll get a performance of it. I'm just gonna go to my oldest video. That's Altès 26 Selected Studies number 2. I've actually done this one before, improved. I'm gonna watch both videos, the very first video I posted and then whenever I did it improved. That sigh. So we've got dynamics, articulation, tempo, playing the right notes, and phrasing it. Yeah, those are the things I'm gonna work on throughout the week. And I'm gonna limit my practice sessions to 30 minutes every day because I don't want to get stuck playing the same thing over and over and over again to where I'm not improving, I'm not focusing on improving, I'm just mindlessly playing the same phrase 30 times without any benefit. Working with a timer really helps me stay focused because I only get this time slot to work on the etude. First, I'm just gonna play through the etude to see where I'm at, how well I can play it, and then go from there. Okay, that was my first playthrough. Okay, that's a little... The timer just fell. We're just gonna put it right there. You won't get to watch countdown. It's at 24 minutes and 15 seconds. 35 seconds? Oh my. Oh, okay, I can get it before the time's up. To 88. Oh, 15 seconds. Ah. Okay. That's it. That's the end of the time. That was 30 minutes. That went by way faster than I thought it would. So if we say I'm at 70 clicks today, that's under. I was getting it up to 88, which was kind of messy at some points. But if I just if I do increase by 5 clicks every day, then I will get it at 100 on performance day. So that's the plan. Increase by 5 every single day. Tomorrow I'll have it all at 75. I'll manage the practice time better because that 30 minutes went by way fast. It's day 2. Today I want to get it all up to 75. Okay, I'm gonna work backwards today. Start at the end, like I want to make sure that whenever I am playing piano, that I am truly playing piano and I'm not just playing with a weaker sound. I still want it to be supported and a full sound, but quiet. Right now, I don't think I'm really getting that, so I'm gonna work on having a stable sound and a full sound, but just lower volume. You know what? I'm gonna play that entire passage starting on that A flat as quiet as I can, just to practice playing piano throughout that whole thing, and I'll play it as loud as I can, and then I'll do dynamics. Okay, as loud as I can. Well, I don't like that sound, but it was loud. Okay, now I'll control it. Did y'all hear that? I felt like I did dynamics. Okay, I have 1 minute left for this 30-minute session. I'm just going to play through the etude with the metronome at 75. The alarm's gonna go off. I'll stop playing when it goes off, I'll turn it off, and then I'll pick up where I was. could play it all the way through at 75. There's several places where I took too long of a breath, like on that first page at those where it's 16th notes, 8th note on the first beat. Yeah, I don't want to take too long of a breath there. And I'm also taking longer breaths because this tempo is so slow. Because remember, our final tempo is this, 100. And so I'll be able to do a lot of the phrases in one breath, but right now at the slower tempo it's harder. But if you're able to do these phrases in one breath at the slower tempo, then you absolutely will be able to do it at the faster tempo. So it's good to practice to be able to keep the proper phrasing and not breathe too much at the slower tempos, so that whenever you're at the faster tempo, you're good, you've got it. But yeah, that was today's practice session. See you guys tomorrow for day 3. 30 minutes. Okay. Yesterday, I got up to 75. And I think I could probably play it at 80 right now. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to play through at 80 and see if there's any spots that are particularly difficult. I'm going to do that, just do a full run of it again at 85 and play better this time. I'm going to take better breaths and do better dynamics. I didn't do the gradual crescendo again at the end of with the odd tempo. I just was very sudden and then drop back down, and I'm wanting to do it gradual. So I'll do that. I'm going to do it with the met on the upbeat for this one. got the timer in there on that. So that's the end of 30 minutes. Today I was supposed to get it up to 80, and I got it up to 85. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with this. Now I think it's mostly just getting it up to tempo. So, yeah, I'm getting better. My dynamics are getting better. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Set my timer. So yesterday I got this etude up to 85, and that's the tempo I'm supposed to get it up to today. So I'm already ahead of what I needed at to have it at 100 by the 7th day. But if I can get it faster today, maybe even 90, I'm gonna aim for 90. We'll see. We're getting up into the level where it's pushing my single tongue to where it's on the faster end, like at the top level of what I can do already. And so it's good that I went ahead and sped it up yesterday. Okay, I'm just gonna play through it, see how it sounds. I didn't do my single tongue exercise. Actually, I haven't done any of my articulation exercises today, and it shows. My tongue was getting very tight. I wonder if y'all could see my throat getting tight. So I need to relax. But that's why we practice articulation outside of the etude. So that you're used to articulating and it's not difficult or really pushing you. I mean, the etude is supposed to push you to get better and all that, but it's good to practice it separately as well. I've got a minute and a half, so I'm gonna try and play this through at 90. kind of did it. There are several mistakes through there, little minor ones, but they were mistakes. That's the end of day 4. We kind of have it at 90, not quite there yet, but it's getting there. Only 10 more clicks to 100, and I've got 3 days, so I'm in good shape. I feel pretty good about this. I got it up to 90 yesterday, and so I'm going to try to get it to 95, but if I don't, it'll be okay, because today is the day I was supposed to get up to 90, so I'll still be on track to having it ready. 30 minutes. Okay. So yesterday I worked on, near the end of the session, I worked on having a steady airstream, and when I did that, I got so much better. So I'm going to really focus on that. I'm going to work from the end. Every single day I've had mess ups on those leaps going down. I just breathe at bad spots, and sometimes I breathe as a reason to slow down what I'm doing whenever I don't actually need a breath. It's that my mind needs to think, my fingers need to think before I'm playing. And so I'm gonna just play the last 7 bars at 90, and I'll just see how I sound. Yeah, my fingers are getting a little jumbled on that. I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, that was double tonguing, and it was a lot better than the first time I double tongued it. So I'm gonna go to the beginning. This is at 92, and try single tongue. interesting. Also, that's the end of my time. But whenever I started at the beginning of the etude, after having just done the double tongue, my single tongue felt a lot easier. So I think doing that double tongue just got, for one, it gave my tongue a break. It only had to work half as much, the front of my tongue, because I was double tonguing. And so it had some more rest. And then also, I was a lot more relaxed when doing it. And so, yeah, I just got used to being relaxed and saying, oh, this actually is easy to articulate. And then switching back to single tongue after double tonguing it, yeah, I think that's just what, it made it relaxed and easier. It got me to know what it's like to play all these notes at that tempo calmly. And so I think I will be doing that tomorrow too. I'll double tongue it, and then I'll switch to the single tongue, so that, yeah, just to see if it helps. Because it seemed to help there. So that's the end of today. See you guys tomorrow for the day 6, and then one more day after that, and I'll perform it, and hopefully I'll have it at 100 single tonguing. Okay, it's day 6. Yesterday I got the etude up. Well, really, I mostly worked on the second page at 92. I went through, I did go through all of it though. At 92, and I discovered that whenever when I double tongue and then switched to single tongue again, that made my single tonguing easier. So I'm gonna have a mix of doing double tongue and single tongue in this practice and see if that helps me just be relaxed on my single tongue and able to do it at the faster tempo. Yeah, that's the plan for today. If I can get to 100 today and not have to do it tomorrow on the last day, that'd be fantastic. I don't think I'm gonna get it to 100 today, but I also think I could. I really don't know. But anyways, here's the timer. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna set them at 93 for now. And I'll double tongue first. Okay, so now I'm gonna single tongue, and I'm not gonna go past that fermata. I'll go all the way down to there, but I'm not gonna go past there for now. I really need to work on my endurance in my single tongue, so I'm gonna be doing bigger chunks today. I think I need to get my Numa Pro again. So what I think is happening right now is I'm not breathing very well. I'm just not taking a good breath. And then I also think at this faster tempo, I am articulating with my air. So I'm using my air to articulate more than I'm using my tongue. And that's backing up my tongue. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening, because that's what it feels like. I'm going to put my head joint in the case. I'm going to work on the Numa Pro for a while, so it's just going to be air in the metronome, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get my head joint. I feel a lot better about that. It's still just so fast. But I feel like my airstream is a lot steadier. I think I can still do better, but I want to go ahead and hear what sound I can make now with this. Wow, okay, that's a lot better than what it was before. Definitely feels so much better. I hope y'all can hear the difference, because I definitely feel the difference and hear the difference. yeah, wow. It's amazing what practicing just on your air does. Woo! Even though I'm stumbling through it as I am getting further into the etude and I'm taking a lot more pauses because my tongue is getting tired, I'm forcing myself to keep going and not stop and rest, because if I just stop and rest when it gets tired, I'm not going to be able to, it's not going to build up the strength and endurance that I need to get all the way there. So I'll get there. It just might sound pretty messy, but I'll get better at it, and it's gonna, my articulation will develop how I'm wanting it to if I keep pushing. That's the same thing that happens with our breath capacity too, right? Just keep blowing air, because your body's gonna breathe when you need to breathe. You won't die, even though it might feel like it. You're running out of air, right? Your body's gonna take care of you and make sure you get enough oxygen. So it just is an uncomfortable feeling, pushing more air, articulating for a longer period of time. But it's just one of those things we gotta do. So that's why I'm still going whenever it starts getting messy, because I want my tongue to be used to having to work for that long. Whew, okay. This is 96. Actually, I'm gonna go, since I have 3.5 minutes left. I'm gonna go through the whole etude this run. It might be messy, but I'm gonna do it. messy. I have 35 seconds left, so I'm gonna talk. So overall today, I don't truly have this etude at 96 because of how messy it is and all the mistakes. If I slowed it down, I think I would be able to articulate it a lot better, and my tongue possibly wouldn't be getting as tired. But because this tempo is so fast for me to try and single tongue at, that's why it's so messy. It's important to push beyond what you can do so that you get better. Like, I would never perform this etude at this tempo if I was playing it this messy, but this is what's gonna make me better, even though it sounds pretty bad and really messy and not clear, and my dynamics aren't even there. But it's getting me used to going that fast and used to playing for that fast for that long, even though I'm not quite hitting it. Yeah, it's just really pushing it. And so tomorrow I think what I'll do is I'll back off the tempo a little bit and then jump it to 100 and see if I can do it at 100. If I don't make it to 100, that's okay. I will have found my limit in how fast I can articulate. The goal is to get it to 100, obviously, because that's what this etude is marked as. I may even double tongue it at 100 just to have played it at the marked tempo. I don't know what I'll do for the final recording of it. Tomorrow is the final performance day. It's the final day to work on it, and then I'll perform it, record it, and that'll be in the end of the video. But yeah, this has been quite the challenge to single tongue this fast. It's harder than I expected it to be, but that's okay. That's what makes us better, doing things that are hard for us. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the final day and final performance. Okay, y'all, it's day 7, last day to practice it, and then time to perform it. So I got it up to, let me check. Okay, I wrote that I got it to 96, but I know it wasn't clean. Oh, I remember what I said I was going to do yesterday for today's practice was slow it back down and then try and speed it up to 100, and then I'll perform it. 30 minutes. After this 30 minutes is up, then I'm just going to perform it, and the first take that I do going for it for performing it will be the only take I do, because I want to be able to do it just first take as if I were going on stage for a recital or a concert. So yeah, and starting the timer. Okay, so I'm actually going to slow it down to all the way down to 80 and just play it significantly under tempo. I'm going to play it all the way through it. Okay. I've got 10 minutes left. Y'all just heard me single tongue that at 95. I'm not gonna have it clean at 100 in 10 minutes. I'm at the top limit of my single tongue. Which, that's alright. We found the limit. I wanted to be able to single tongue this at 100. It turned out being a lot more difficult than I anticipated. I thought I would just be able to, yeah, speed it up. You've got it. But I think I need more time practicing it to be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the tempo to 100 in double tongue and work on that so I can have the tempo at the etude at the tempo it's marked ready for the performance, which is happening in 9 minutes. Okay. I think that this tempo is a bit too fast, even when I'm double tonguing it. I just don't sound very good. Yeah. I know I can play better, too. but that's what I sound like right now. And so, yeah, that's what it is. That's why we practice, and it's also 10:45 at night, so I'm recording this very late. But yeah, 5 seconds. I'll let the timer beep. There it is. I'm gonna sit for a bit, and then I'll do one final run of this. That'll be the final performance, and then I'll be done with this etude. Here, I'll say my thoughts on doing this whole video thing right now while I'm just chilling. I think this is a very helpful thing for me, to just practice in front of a camera and having to talk to y'all and explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. The first day, I was very nervous to speak to a camera, because it's a little strange to be speaking to a camera whenever you've never spoken to a camera as, like, a thing. And then this is going on the internet. There's, like, 3,800 of y'all. Let's see what my subscribers are right now, actually, since we're here and we're chatting. Okay, we're currently at, can you see that? 3,796. But yeah, I was feeling a little nervous about that, because there's so many of y'all that are subscribed to me, and then I'm talking for the first time ever on camera and putting it on the internet, so I was nervous. But yeah, I mean, it's just practice. We're all trying to get better. Yeah, doing this A2 has really challenged me, trying to single tongue it, and then discovering that I did not make it, and then even my double tongue on it is just a bit sloppy, but that's okay, because I'm practicing. Okay, I'll stop talking. It's time for the final performance. So, yes. Okay. I'm gonna do one take, and that's it. So if I mess up, then I mess up. Okay. And that's that. Not my best playing, But it is what it is. Sometimes you play badly and you just gotta practice more. Okay, well, that's it for today. I'll see you guys next week, I guess. For y'all, it'll be next week. For me, it's every single day, but yeah. Okay, bye.